Hey yo, was really good. Was popping. Yo, if you look in the background on this video, you're gonna see live from PlayStation. If you hover over Outriders, right? You go down into the trending section. Usually you'll see, who's streaming the game currently from the PlayStation console. Now, I don't know how it is for Xbox users, but usually, if you don't have a capture card and you're streaming specifically from the PlayStation console itself, you get put into this trending tab. So, anybody wanting to go and watch this game, they can go into trending, see what's going on with it. If they're looking through the store, they want to see what's going on, they can literally just click on trending so they can watch live streams of the game to see if they actually are going to enjoy it. It um, basically just like collaborates your Twitch account and your PSN account, and allows you to communicate with the Twitch streamer from your PlayStation. So what I'm trying to point out here in this is the live broadcasts is 3, right? And this was taken yesterday. That was what was yesterday? Yesterday was the 11th. And this was also taken at peak hours, which I believe was around probably close to roughly 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Probably around 6, 7 o'clock Eastern. Or roughly around there. So it should have been around peak hours. No kids in school. Parents and shit probably home. Dinners being cooked, etc. This was literally set during what should be peak hours. 3 people. Now, after I took this screenshot, I was literally getting on Back for Blood, and lo and behold, I had a buddy of mine check Twitch because I was telling him about how it had only 3 viewers. And when he went to Twitch, there was only 46 people watching Outriders. 46. 46 or 43. I guess it really doesn't matter, but picky is picky. I wanted to just be accurate. But there was literally like 46 people watching, or 43, whatever. And the person that they were watching was brand new and playing the campaign. There was another person who was doing carries, CT15 carries. And they only had, I think he said they only had like 3 people watching. So you know what this is telling me? This is telling me nobody gives a fuck about CT15s. Nobody wants carries anymore. They don't give a fuck about it. They just want to see somebody actually enjoy the game from the start, because after we were done enjoying the game from the start, that's when the game died. But I just wanted to touch on this before we dive into what I want to touch base on. And that's the most recent news that we just got from People Can Fly. So I'm going to cut this here, and we're going to dive into the real content. Alright, let's dive into this. So, we ended up getting a notification in my Discord from People Can Fly's Discord. I've mentioned it in several videos of mine that, we have it set up in my Discord to where anytime they post anything via their Discord that goes for a notification or an update, it literally pings straight into my Discord channel, right into the specific channel, and usually we'll discuss it in there. Didn't really discuss much because it was very vague. They basically just had an advertisement of a broadcast that they're coming out with on the 15th of this month, which will be Monday. Now, at first, I kind of sat back and I was like, kind of stupid shit is this? Like, we've sat here for a few months now, just basically twiddling our thumbs. You know, you got content creators that literally have been bitching since fucking day one about everything. Reddit is just a fucking cesspool of fuckery that I suggest nobody ever goes to because of how fucking cancerous that place is. Right? But I decided to kind of dive into this a little bit more. Now, I was streaming last night and I was playing some Back for Blood. Me and my buddy Kick were playing, and I was telling him about the notification that popped up. And he mentioned to me that he had somebody come into his stream, and a good buddy of his, one of his followers, and they had mentioned something about how they were going to be reinstalling Outriders because they were like hyped. Now, I did see comments on the video where people are like, yeah, woo, new content, yeah, I can't be more excited. And this is the reason I even watched the video from front to back. And nowhere in this video did it mention new content at all. So I was like, okay, people are just really over exaggerating this, right? So Kick goes, yeah, supposedly Paul Tassi wrote an article on it. So this enticed me. I do actually, like, if I'm going to do anything off of Forbes, I will actually more or less rather trust Paul Tassi than anything if I read it. I actually do enjoy reading his reviews. Sometimes, usually I stay away from reviews, but this, being a content creator for Outriders, I kind of had to see what was going on with it, you know what I mean? So I went in, nothing, no expectations. Still, after reading it, have no expectations. But he mentions that he and other journalists have already played new content. And this new content is going to be mentioned on the 15th in this broadcast. Now, of course, he can't speak on what kind of content it is, because I'm going to assume that him and the other journalists are signed under a NDA. So, with that being said, I can clearly understand, they're under contract. They can't tell us anything yet. But the fact is, they do have new content. And the fact also that it has already been played means that it's already created, it's already out, and it was tested by reviewers. And that means that it's already got to be in and ready for distribution. Meaning, we could potentially see, and this is just me, I'm just saying that there is a potential that we might see an Outriders DLC content drop between December and January, and potentially potentially February. Now, the reason I said March is because if they want to hold it back, I can see them waiting until like probably around March. That way, it hits around the 1 year mark of the game being out, coming up as far as like sometime late March going into April. Um, but I have that feeling that they want to push this out now, which is why we're finally hearing about it. Now that I've got that said and I've got that out of the way, I want to kind of talk about something. So we've had a lot of people come to like my videos, and they'll be like, "Oh, the game's dead. They're not doing anything with it." The developers never, legitimately, never said they were abandoning the game. Right? I've said it since the beginning. The developers said if the player base enjoys the game, they will add things to it. This was literally the words that they said before the game even released last year. Right? They said specifically if the player base enjoys the game and they request more, we have things and stories we would like to add on to the game. We have things that we couldn't get into the game originally that was part of the main game. Now this is a thing. This comes with gaming. When devs create games, there is potential of there being too much content, and I had mentioned it before in another video where they had said there is already additional coding into the game where they are ready for DLC to come out if the player base seeks it. So, all the people that have been telling me I was wrong and telling me that I was an idiot and that I needed to learn my shit, thank you. I will continue from this point on addressing what I have to address. So, what this tells me, okay, is while they've been on hiatus and putting out little tidbit updates and been very quiet, they've been piecing together content, right? All these little updates and all these little nerfs that people were complaining about that I was telling you were not nerfs, they were all part of a bigger image, right? They have if a development team is going to make such drastic changes, usually these drastic changes come following or before or following a giant update or a DLC release. And the reason being is sometimes DLC and new content can be, a bit wonky with old statistics, old values. So they want to make sure everything gets caught up, everything gets pieced up, so that way when the DLC comes out, things are on a base level. Now, I've been saying this for a while now. And again, people thought I was absolutely nuts trying to say this. You've had other content creators literally shitting on this game and calling the devs this and calling the devs that and just literally going off on these devs. And I'm not going to say that they're 100% wrong, right? The devs need to be a lot more transparent. They were transparent in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, as soon as things started to take off, and it was a rocky, very rough takeoff, that's when they stopped being as transparent. They stopped being as transparent, right? The player base is sick and tired of the fucking redundant end game of Outriders as it is, that in order to keep their fan base, they need to bring something new in, something fresh, right? And if you look at the numbers currently, they're they're dying. To be fair, it's dying. It's a dead game. Nobody plays it. Half the people I know have already deleted it. I still have it just because content creator. I have to. I have to have it. I'm not giving up on the game. I'm not giving up on it. I have to keep on with it until it's literally no more. And that's my own choosing. That's my own choice. Um but like, let's be real. Let's just be on some real talk here. I have been saying this since the beginning. I have the videos to prove it. Literally, you can go and date back in my archive. I've been saying that they've had something ready to come and that DLC was being planned. That I've been also saying that content creators needed to stop bitching about the game because they said it in the beginning before the game came out that they already had code invested into the game that's ready for when they decide to do additional content. All this is there. Like, it's all there. It's all archived on my page, right? I have said it on fucking Reddit and got chewed out by the piranhas on there that don't know their dick from a hole in the ground, right? And I've stuck by my guns. You're not going to convince me different. And hearing this news via Paul Tassi really is something that I'm really happy to hear. Now, that out of the way, do we know what kind of content it is? No. Do we know if it's going to be good content? No. Do we have any idea until the 15th? No, we do not. And am I going to sit here and speculate like every other fucking YouTuber on the platform? No, I'm not. I'm going to sit here just like everybody else. I'm going to wait, see what they have to say. I'm probably not going to watch the broadcast. I'm probably going to sit back, wait till it's some kind of video gets uploaded, and then watch the broadcast. That way, I'm not some fucking fanboy content creator that's literally going to go and watch their live stream. The devs don't know who I am, so I'm not even going to give them the time of day to go and watch their content at all. I will watch it after it's already placed up and it's already in VOD format. So, after I watch that, I will go ahead and make another video touching base on the topic. But I mean, honestly, let me know what you guys think, man, down in the comments. Like, give me some feedback. Type me up some stories, whatever you want. Like, I love interacting with you guys. Tell me what's going on. Negative, positive, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, let me know what you guys think. Tell me what you guys expect, what you want to see. You know, what you think the life expectancy of Outriders is going to be. Like, give me some feedback. Talk to me. Because, in all honesty, like, after playing Back for Blood, which is a game that I absolutely adore, I'm an old Left 4 Dead player from way back in the day. Between that and still, as people that are OGs to the channel know, I just graduated college. I'm looking for work currently, and it hasn't been fucking easy on me. So between that and everything, I'm not gonna fanboy anything that Outriders has. I'm just gonna take it as it comes because I have other priorities that I have to attend to, as most of you adults would understand. Um, but let me know what you guys think, man. For real. Like, I love the Outriders community. The community I've built on Twitch. The community just in general. You guys are great, man. You just have the wrong people posting videos to guide you on the correct path of understanding what's going on. But with that being said, I love you guys. Come check me out. Hang out with me over on twitch.tv/godified_. I'm always on. I'm always streaming. I love you guys. Thanks for the support. And I'll holler at y'all later. Deuces.